Hello, Grandma again. How's everybody doing? I hope you're well today. I am going to go into hive number 2. I had a comment that I want to find out if it's true, but I have a plan if it is. Someone said to me that they thought that I had moved our queen from hive 2 into hive number 4. And a few days later, I did find a queen in there. But my queen from hive 2 is actually marked blue. And the queen I found in hive 4 was a very gold, unmarked queen. So we're going to go into hive 2 and find out if our queen is in there. Because I want to make sure that everyone is queen right up here on the deck. So here is hive 2. Boy, these bees are already bouncing off of me. So I also have a plan that if I find queen cells in here, I brought a nuke up that I am going to try to supply hive 8 with a queen cell. Let me grab my hive tool. I got the wrong one here. It's a lot harder to use that one. So I want to grab the one with a hook on it. I like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crack the top off of here. And we're going to check to see also. Now these guys were really feisty when I went into them the other day just for a minute, just to check to see what was going on. They were extremely feisty. So, but last year this hive was feisty too. But this hive made a ton of honey. Not quite a ton, but a lot of honey. Got to be careful. Somebody might take me literally. So, I'm going to take our, oh, we've got 3 hive beetles in that one. Yeah, these traps are working. And there's none in that one. So those bees like to chase them into that one on this side, it looks like. And there's none in that one. Trying to find places to set everything. Now I am going to look through this box. You never know if our queen would be up there. Most likely not, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to see if I can get you guys up a little bit and bring you in closer as I go, because I'm trying to get better shots for you than I have in the past. Hopefully this works. I'm trying to really pay attention to where my camera's shooting. So, hope that's helping you out. I'm going to make sure my head is not in the way anymore. Okay, so I don't see her on this frame, and again, I'm looking for a blue queen. Now, something that has come across my vision in the last couple days that has been really interesting. You know how I've been accidentally moving queens? Well, the reason being is because the mark is coming off of them. And if the mark doesn't come off, I'm not going to be moving queens, right? Well, I just found out about a marker that I can use. It's called, is it composite? Shoot, give me a few minutes, I might remember the name. Something advantage. But they're markers that will stay on. I can't remember what they called them, sorry. Not coming to my head right this minute, but if it does, I will spit it out. You know what happens when you're old and you're hot and uncomfortable? Because I'm old and I'm uncomfortable in the suit, and it makes it a little bit harder to think. And it seems like as I get hotter in this suit, it makes it even more difficult to think. So we got some honey coming there. There is some brood up in here. You can see that. But those will come out and they will backfill that. So I'm not real worried about it. And there's some brood on that side too. We'll just let it go and not worry about it. As long as I don't see my queen up in here. She's not continuing to do that bad habit. Coming up into the top. Now again, this is my blue queen I'm looking for. Nothing there. Yeah, it helps to have the videos because afterwards you can really look through them and see if you missed. Gee whiz, the queen was right there and I missed it, you know, and you catch it in the video. So, very helpful. All right. So I'm going to move this right out of my way here. Got to get my little table over here. I'm going to crack this next one off. I'm going to put that other frame back in. Get those bees back down in there. So we know that she was not in that top super. And my smoke is going in my face. We'll give them some more smoke here. I'm going to put that in a different spot so it's not smoking me. Hopefully I still have it by the time I get down to the bottom boxes. I'm going to try to get this real close to the camera here. I do not see a blue queen here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this right on the rack. Alright, let's go a little deeper. I can hear them starting to roar down in the bottom here. They're like, hey, something's happening, everybody. Be ready, something's going on. I do not see her here. And I'm not just looking for my blue queen. I'm actually looking for what looks to be a queen also. Because of the fact that you never know if she has gotten cleaned off somehow. And I know that if I get to the bottom and haven't found her, I'm going to be a little frustrated that if I haven't looked for both a blue queen and an unmarked queen, because she could have gotten it off. But hopefully once I get those new markers, and when I get them I'll show you guys. Should be like next week. I was hearing that they'll stay on like 4 years, so that's plenty of time to keep a queen marked because they only live up to 5, and most of the time people replace their queens before that happens anyways. So I honestly don't feel like I'm going to be doing that. If it happens naturally, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't feel comfortable with getting rid of the queens if I don't have to. I did it last year, but I don't know. Maybe I can do it in a very humane way, or just go set them free somewhere. Okay, so most likely she's not in here, but she was laying in that top up in that top, so up in that top super. I'm going to try to take some of this wax off of here that they're building up because it's making it stick to the frames below. Just try gently getting it off there and getting them out of my way. Come on, get off. Thank you. Alright. Let's keep going looking for that queen. It's so easy to miss an unmarked queen. So like I was saying, and I think I stopped talking, is I sort of have a plan that I set up a nuke up here that if I find queen cells in here, and I find that queen for sure, I am going to take and put some queen cells into Hive 8 and also the blue nuke box. So she's not in here. So I'm going to put this one back together and move it out of the way. And I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to grab my chair from the other side of the deck because I'm going lower. And it really helps my back because bending over all that time really kind of tweaks my lower back. So if I have another way to do it, that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's bring you guys down just a little bit. That'll do it. And hopefully I'm getting you a real good shot here. There we go. All right, so I need to get my, let's see, not the white pen. Shoot, I don't have my blue pen. Do I? I'm going to search all the pockets of this suit. I think I only have my clip. I think I only have my white pen. Well, if that's what I got, that's what I got. If I find a queen in here, she's turning white. I know that they're supposed to be marked different for different years, but it is what it is. Gotta get this little guy out and be very careful with it. Still checking my pocket. No, it must have fallen out. I gotta come up with a better way to close these pockets on this suit. All right, let me set this stuff aside in case I need it. And I can grab it quick. I'm right up here on the deck edge. All right, let's take this one out. See if we got any hive beetles in that one. These guys are being so nice. Yeah, there's one hive beetle floating around in there. They're being so sweet to me. I love that. Now just see what happens when I start getting down in here a little further. See if they continue being sweet to me. I'm doing a little bit of smoke. And I'm going to smoke the front of the entrance one more time here. Because I got these guard bees down by my knees. So anyway. Alright. I think these guys are so amazing. Alright, let's see here. See if we can find that queen. And you know, people will say that it's not supposed to be on this frame, but guess what? She can be anywhere she wants to be. So, and I really want to know if she's still here. So I'm going to search everywhere. And I'm going to search, wow, look how beautiful they're drawing out that comb. Very nice. And let's see if there's eggs in this. I'm going to blow on them a little. See if they'll move out of the way so I can search for eggs. Now I'm seeing a lot of nectar in here, which is good because they're starting to store up for the winter. And I'll tell you, I don't know what it is about the bees, but they just, I know it seems weird. If you haven't been in bees, after a little while, you get to the point where you're just so relaxed. They're just something extremely soothing about the bees. I mean, in the beginning, I didn't feel that way. I was actually kind of scared. But there's something just, I can't quite explain it. Oh, wow, this one is so heavy. So heavy. Let me just lean the corner, put it where you guys can see, and we're going to look through and see if we can see that queen. I don't know, just looking at them and watching them move, and just, it does something to me. It totally relaxes me. They're interesting to watch. It's very interesting to watch them work too. Alright, so we're going to leave this other corner. Let's see if we can get a good shot on this side. See if we can see her. We're looking for a blue queen. Most likely she's going to be in the center of the hive. But I'm going to look one more time on this side just to see if I see eggs. They're filling this all with honey. This is really, really packed, and it's super, super heavy. So I'm going to stick this one toward the outside, and I'm going to be very careful when I put this down in here that I don't squish anybody, make anybody angry with me. I'm very gentle, they'll be gentle with me. Pull this one out. Boy, I'm feeling a lot of stuff sticking down in the bottom as I'm going here. Okay, let's look for that blue queen. Let's look for eggs. I see larvae. I see quite a lot of larvae down in this area here. But we gotta see if she's here for one. I see 2 queen cells that are starting to be made. They don't look like swarm cells because swarm cells would be at the bottom. So that person that said that, it is possible that they could be correct. Let me take a look at these. Let's take a look at these cells here, or cups. They're going in and cleaning them out. Yeah, I don't see any babies. I don't see any larvae in there. I see larvae on the rest of the frame, but it's maybe 6 days, 5 and 6 days old maybe. Okay, so frame 2 is possible a pull for, okay, so frame 2 is possibly a pull for our nuke or our hive 8 there. So number 2, and this is hive number 2. That's easy to remember. Okay, this is one that she could be on because there's a ton of brood on here. Well, wherever this queen ended up, she sure is amazing. So let's see if we can locate her. I see there is a little bit younger larva on this one. I'm thinking maybe 4 days. Okay, I'm looking for something that might be 1 day old. I do not see the queen on this side. So we got to remember frame 2 is a possibility to move. But with all of this brood that we've got here, it would still be okay to move those. To move number 2 frame, because there is so much brood in here. Even if they had to start again, it's no big deal. This brood was so well sustained, this hive. I'm going to take this off the bottom if they'll get out of my way. Come on, girls, move. You don't need all this down here. I know you don't like me doing that, but get off. Everybody off of it. And put it over there with the other ball that I'm making. So I don't see her so far, but like I said, there's plenty, absolutely plenty of brood here. All right, let's do this again one more time. We're looking for the blue queen or a queen. I do not see her here. So again, number 2 is still a possibility. All right, so we have, did this one have brood on it? This one was, I think this was all honey. Okay, so 2 frames of brood so far. 2 full, one both sides. All right, I'm gonna give them a little bit more smoke, hopefully. Hey, John. I don't know where he went. The smoke is starting to go out on me. Not cool. Oh, and I haven't even gotten down. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. What an incredible queen. I hope she's still here. Yeah, this is frames that I should be equalizing with. So I might possibly pull some of this and put it in another hive. And then that would keep these guys from swarming longer. Like hive number 4 needed brood. And also 8 needs it. So I'm going to look through and see if I can find that blue queen here. So that's 4 frames of brood. Hey, John? John? Can I get another smoker? Thank you. All right. I don't see her here. So there's 4 frames of brood. And I'm going to put them back down there while I look through here. 4 frames of brood, 2 cups. Let's go in here. And look at more brood. I do not see the queen. 4 frames of brood, 2 cups. Might be 3. I see another one near the bottom. Let's take a look at that one there. That one is, in the position of a swarm cell, but it is not charged. It's a really big breeze coming up here. It feels good to me, but not to that brood. Let's see if we can pull this out. We have, looks like 1 hive beetle in there. So those traps work pretty well, guys. If you need something for hive beetles. Alright, what do we got here? Come on, blue queen, where are you? She probably wouldn't be here either, but... Oh, we have 1 day old, or no, 2 day old. All right, she's in here somewhere. We have 2 day old eggs. And if I can somehow get it so you guys could see those, I'm gonna try. If you look down in these cells right here, I don't know if it's focusing, if it's working. The sun just went out, but I'm gonna move it just a little bit. There's these little white lines down in the bottom of this. So my queen's here. If you can see that. Because I made that move a few days ago. This is 1 day old too. My queen has got to be in here, but I'll feel better when I lay eyes on her. So let's go ahead and keep looking here. So that's really good. So those other bees that I was talking about, they need young eggs, not just cups. I was hoping I would actually find some cells in here. They're filling this one all up with honey, so nectar right now. All right, so let's see. I'm not going to move those cells. If anything, I'm going to move the 1-day-old eggs, which was this one here. It's better to have a little older, but this is what I have right this second. So I'm going to leave this open, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this off of here. The bees are getting ticked off. Let me grab my smoker. We just got another fresh smoker here. So I'm going to give them a little bit. All right, I'm going to move this one out of the way. That'll stay right there. Oh man, that is heavy. All right. Now, let's see if we can lay eyes on that queen. Bring you down again. Ready for a ride, guys? So you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Let's see what we can find here. There's going to be so much brood coming out of this hive soon. So, I mean, I could move a frame of brood just to equalize my hives a little. Oh, we got 2 more. Queen. Those are interesting. I can't tell whether there's something in there or not. No, they're not charged. And I don't see the blue queen here. And I don't see my blue queen here. So I'm going to move this frame aside. There's the blue queen. Those bees are amazing. Look how cool they are. Now I know I have 1-day-old eggs in there, and I don't see that there's more than one in a cell. I see another cup there. There's a lot of cups, but they're not charged. Still looking for that queen, guys. Now remember, it's going to take me a little bit longer because, let's look over there, there's a lot of bees on the wall in here. That's an amazing sight. That's something everybody gets to see. Very neat. I'm having a good life. I've been able to do so many of the things that I've wanted to do. People have bucket list things. Well, this one was one of my bucket list things. Okay, now I got them trying to sting me. I move this away from my face. Let's get a little more smoke out. When they start getting on your veil, they are really trying to sting you. You gotta, let's get them off of this wax. Get them on and pull this wax off of here. Yeah, I'm getting down into the bottom brood box, and they're not happy with me. Put this other my other wax ball. All right, guys. Let's see. Did I just do this one? I think I did, but I'm not sure. I'm going to look again, because you never know. Just never know. Okay, this is all pollen and bee bread, so they're getting their supplies all built up. Come on, guys. Hello. Coming in. Coming in to see how you're all doing. Let's see, Blue Queen. I'm not seeing any more eggs here. I got a waggle dance going on right here. I just don't remember that queen that people are thinking that, or someone's thinking that I moved, being so gold and big. So I'm really hoping I found the blue one down in here. So that would mean I really do have another queen. But that's the thing. I didn't see any eggs in that other hive either. So that's a real interesting thing. It's almost like that queen just arrived. So she could be just a virgin queen that just came back from her mating flights. And she's just not ready to lay yet. She's got a few more days maybe. All right, see what we got here. Blue Queen, where are you? I see a whole lot of pollen. Yeah, the brood was mostly in that top box. Well, that top brood box. They are just packing this thing full. That's what they're supposed to do, right? Hey guys, if any of you see my Blue Queen and I missed her, let me know, okay? Because it's not looking so good so far. But we do have a few more frames here. It's not looking so good seeing her, but again, I do see 1-day-old eggs, so... And because this has not gone, just got stuck on my phone. Because this has not gone, yep, there's 1-day-old eggs. 2-day? Yeah, there's like 2-day-old eggs here. Yeah, so she's in here. There's no way I moved her. Just nice to be able to see them, but there's so many bees. Oh, there she is, guys. Can you guys see her? She's here. Can you see her? I'm trying to put her in the middle of the screen. There she is. She's right there. I did not move this queen. Now that I know where she is, I think I am going to go ahead and... I know she's in this bottom box. So, I'm going to go get a queen excluder real quick. I guess, I don't even have to now that I think about it. I think I'm going to quickly do a flip test on this one, if I can get it undone. A flip test is when you flip your hive up and crack it off. And then you look at the bottom. It's just going to be a lot faster. I can get it off the base. And you look at the bottom to see if there are any swarm cells. And I do not see any down here. So we're going to put it back together. We know our queen is in there. Just a little bit faster way of doing things. All right, I'm going to put this right back together. There is a ton of bees in here. And there is, the boxes that are separated right now are what I'm gonna pull out of. That way I know my queen's not going anywhere because she's in this box. So I'm gonna put these bees back in, make them happy. Now, I am going to come up here and I am going to pull some of these frames out that have broods in them, and I'm going to put them in that nuke box that you can see over here on the wall. And so I'm just going to grab those real quick here. Let me pull you up a little so you can follow along. And I'm in front of the hive, so they're unhappy with me. All right, so I'm going to pull out some of these brood frames because I want this hive is growing really fast. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because of the fact the faster they grow. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull that out. What does this have? Okay, that's got young enough eggs that I could put that in 8. Putting it in that nuke box. Just sticking it down in the nuke box. I am going to pull out some of their frames of babies. It gives them a slight brood break. It slows down this hive like quite a lot. Look at all this. If I put this one and the other one into 2 different hives, it's going to be really good to build them up. So that's what you call equalizing your hives. So let's see. And it's going to slow these guys down from thinking about swarming. Now, does this one have really young? It does. So there's 2. Awesome. I'm not sure it's going to take them. All right. So I just pulled out 3 frames from this one. I am now going to take all of these and I'm going to push all these that have the comb on them to the center. Just like that. And I'm going to put some undrawn frames at the outsides of this. Now, these bees will get right on filling these out. And I've got one more here that I can put in with bees on it. Now that just slowed this hive down quite a bit. And it also gave me what I need for those other hives down there. So now I'm going to turn you guys back around and I'm going to start putting this hive back together. So we do have our blue queen and she's doing magnificent. And when I put this back together, I got to make sure that my little hole right here is on the front of the hive, because that's where I do the varroa treatments. All right, so I'm going to put my my little beetle traps right back in here. You always put your beetle traps toward the side. Come on, get out of the way, guys. Come on, move it. I'm going to squish it. All right. So let's see, let's keep right on going and build this one right back up. Put it together the way it goes. Now they're getting loud, starting to roar at me just a little bit. They're saying I've had enough shuffling around, enough moving around. All right, put my beetle trap back in there. And it's good to put them out toward the outside corners. There we go. All Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this top super back on. Move you guys back up so y'all can see the show. Alright, I want them all back. All those back in. And we're going to put the top on this hive. Now, I am going to go down into, just going to tell you what I'm going to do so that this video doesn't have to be longer. I'm going to go down in hive number 8 and hive number, and the blue nuke, and I'm going to drop one of those frames in that has real young eggs so they can start making queens. And I am going to take the other thing of brood, and I'm going to go ahead and drop that probably into, why don't we do that one right now? We'll drop that one into 4. Oh, wait a minute. This one has, yeah, I think this is probably the hive that needs the most help, I think. You know, no, not really. 8 needs the most help. So I'm going to put 2 frames in 8 and 1 in the blue nuke. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm not going to show that on video because I have to lug that deep down there, and the camera and the smoker, and I can't do all that at once alone. So that's what's going on. So everything up here on the deck is queen right. I see everybody laying eggs. These hives are growing really well. Now the thing is to get our blue nuke and our number 8 queen right. And as these other hives begin to grow bigger, I'm going to continue making some splits, and we're just going to keep doing the same process. And whatever hive is getting closest to wanting to swarm, that's where I'm going to be taking my supplies from to make those, so that I can actually keep my bees and they don't all fly away on me, because that's what will happen if they get too crowded. So my job now is to find out what hive needs bees the most and put them there. So that's what I'm doing. So hive number 8 and hive number, nuke number, or blue nuke are actually getting some help today. So stay tuned to see what happens with everybody. Will our hive number 8 and our blue nuke ever become queen right? Bye guys.